It's live. We should be now on there. And yep, I see that. All right. Let's see if any finishing touches here in the scene. We have the no row. Yep. Yeah, the last no row thing. I think that like the no row tournament finals we also did here on Classic Tetris. Let me see here. Hey, Zebra, did you not know we were doing this? I guess it was really advertised. It's an event on Classic Tetris Discord, but it wasn't super widely advertised. So one thing I need are 2 counters for the games because it's more than the best of 5. See if I can add those. Why don't I go ahead and transition the scene? There we go. Here's the players. You know, our player. There's one of them. No, absolutely not. You need to guess what's happening on the stream. I never ever remember to do it. It's crazy. Every time I co-com with someone, I never remember to give them a virtual cam screen share. It's baffling. It's actually amazing. Hello, Zenpro. All right. Oh, the the Nora symbol still has the stock watermark on it from where it was gotten. That's funny. Yeah, it would be very dim. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so add a text source. We're just gonna do this. Yep. Why don't you explain like what the heck is happening, Sky, while we while I get this stuff set up? Yep. It's like a 103, and it's worth noting there is that that was across like was it 100,000 games? So couldn't Zoltan at his current skill level literally play 100,000 games and get that? Maybe? I don't know how many he plays. I don't think it's 100,000. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. Wow, awesome. The word host. All right. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Well, just to check, Zoltan, after this game, would we be ready here, Adrien and Zoltan, to get it going? It's a best of 21, which should probably indicate somewhere. Adrien says yes, Zoltan is actively playing the thing we're saying, which is good. Good demonstration. 32 is already wacko. So he's already beat my PB here. That's true. That's true. That's true. I was just thinking that, and I didn't do it. Yes. Well, we're ready. Shall we get game number one out of whatever going, out of 21, theoretically? Indeed. I should indicate that somewhere. After we get the game going, I will find a way to dig up a way to do that while you keep entertaining the crowd. Indeed, your uncle. 3, 2, 1, no row, and let me find a way to indicate that. Yes. Um, yes, indeed. As Empress has no same piece sets. And yeah, brilliant explanation. Thank you, Sky. Terrible game mode. To give some context of who's talking here, because it's, like, okay, so who I am is Xenophilius, who many people may know from just commentary and competition over the years, and my lovely guest here is Triskai, who is my girlfriend and the second best Noro player in the world, most likely. Um, it's pretty close. I think third is Pitchek a little better, or are you saying that Beta Tetris is the first? Okay, okay, fair. I'll defer to you about that. But yeah, Sky is definitely the expert here, and I just am like, ooh, cool. Zoltan already beat my PB first game casually as a warm up. So yeah, I'm just like along for the ride. GG. It's pretty good at this, and doesn't make human errors. I think that Zoltan might make, especially like input errors. I think it just wouldn't make them. How many like input errors does Beta Tetris make? Yeah. Mhm. What was the top out score of the previous one for Beta Tetris? It's like 30 something. Was it 41? Dolphin said, okay. I'm gonna write these down out of curiosity. Oh, it's all right. I mean, we knew that Beta won, but I'm gonna try to write them down in a little list just for my own curiosity, so I can keep track. All right, we ready for game number two? All right, here we go. That's exclamation point. All right, three, two, one, no row. Do we not count that hole at the bottom as a discarded line? Seems like he has one discarded line, right? Or does that not count for some reason? Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be wise. Somebody asked what the score world record is. I wasn't quite sure what to say. I know that's not as strongly like sought after or tracked because it's basically just a function of lines cleared and like the level you started. But what is that? Do you know off the top of your head? Yep. And yeah, searching for beta on Nova is the same model. Oh, 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 interesting. Okay, he goes for the line clear instead. I think he was contemplating a little adjustment with that S to make a spot for the J there. Needs 7 lines still. Okay, nice. Has some things lined up at the top. There's that. There's the bar clear. Nice. Ooh, lines up something on the right. Please. Wow. Yeah. Yes, indeed. We're not done. True. Yeah, it's all right. You're just letting down humanity a little bit, Zoltan. Entirely letting down the whole species, and so that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. You're fine. Humans still have a soul. We win. Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. See, the winner actually gets a soul here. Um, Little known fact here. Those are the stakes. True. 3, 2, 1, no row. Zoltan clears these. We'll see. I believe it. Dan, thank you for resubscribing to Classic Tetris. And Nightbot's talking about a prize pool. This is for the main, like, for CTWC 2024. This is not, there's no prize pool here, just to clarify. Why is it an SPS with no screen looking? Because we can't enforce it, I think, sort of. Right? It's like, it's just sort of... There would be no cheating. Like, we would definitely trust the crowd here, but it's just on principle. You can't enforce it. It wouldn't make sense. Also, viewers may not necessarily trust Zoltan like we do. You know, it's like it just would... That floating Z piece to line up a burn was kind of awesome from BetaTetris. GG. Katsugiri asks, is this Zoltan guy just really good at Nora? Yes, the best in the world by a good margin. Has pioneered the category in a lot of ways. Yeah. Hasn't really even been close. Yeah. Right. Tetris mug based. Are we? You have readies? I don't think so. We're drinking water. What if I nipped away for a few minutes to make some tea? Would that be evil? Would I be a bad person if I did that? That's true, unless I brought my phone with. But I would be back soon anyway. Okay, well, this is game number 4 when we have readies from both. I know we have one from Zoltan. I don't know if we have one from Adrien. We do now. All right, 3, 2, 1. No row, and I'll BRB. So true, Zempro. It's 2, Zempro. All right, water's boiling. Yeah. No way. There you go. Anyone can get RNG'd. I totally, fully gave BetaTetris a point. Apparently I'm on the machine side. I know, I'm a Skynet plant. Sorry. Best of 17. Thank you for that, Ronkley. Yeah. Are we ready, Adrian? All right. Readies from both. Here's exclamation point 3 for game number 5, and then I will run off and make the next step in the tea making, which is pouring water. As you do. 3, 2, 1, no row. I'm also gonna give Adrian's stream a refresh because, yeah, okay, yeah, the stream was behind for some reason, but it should be better now. BRB. Well, there are situations where you can put an L and an O, right? Or a J and an O. But it's like if it's 3 wide and then a 4 wide on top specifically, like one row of each, then you're kind of borked. GG. Oh my gosh. Yep. And that's now humanity in the lead. Go team meet. No, well, I saw someone said, who's gonna win? Who do you got, science or meat? DJ Mr. Borrow said that earlier, so I was just playing off that. Okay, and yeah, Zoltan will mull in. I have not been tracking the games like I said I would because I immediately forgot. Like instantly, as soon as I said I would, it vanished from existence. GG. Right. I see Adrien rooting for humanity. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess Adrien created the bot, but Adrien is also a human, so that makes sense. Best trained neuro meat model. Oh gosh. All right, how are we on readies? I tend to be a little bit like pushy with the readies, not too much, but you know, like best of 21 is a lot of games, and we're getting going. And yep, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Now I'll leave again to do step 3, which is actually putting things in my tea that make it nice to drink instead of like just tasting like tea leaves and water. Yeah, it sounds like you don't like tea. You just like milk and sugar. Anyway, bye. Rip. Alright. GG. I have my tea now. Good to go. Alright, 3-3. You're doing wonderfully. Alright. Alright, here we go. Give game number better. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Thank you, Mari. It's a nice cup of builder's tea, good and strong. Made like double tea bags. Didn't steep it for very long because it's PG tips, so it's like kind of like instant steep. Good stuff. I think I've discovered a very nice form of tea biscuits is just those cheap like Mexican biscuit cookies that you get in a little sleeve, like a cylindrical sleeve. They actually go crazy for tea. They're very good. Anyway, yeah, nowhere exists. Source? Yeah, it's a hallucination. We're all AIs actually. Mm-hmm. Ooh. This is as close as we would want. This is amazing. It's an interesting it's not enough of a balancer, but it's cool that Zoltan has the knowledge of like top row glitches that Beta does not have in its pocket, which almost feels a bit like a balancer. Hmm. Hmm. Rip. So, so glad this is a best of 21 and not best of 23. Why is that? What is the joke? Ready from Zoltan. Did we get it ready from Adrien? Real. All right. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, Pumpy was specifically teasing Sky about the best of 20. All right, gotcha. Game length joke? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Nice. I want to note that there was a Prime sub from Lucy Loves Twix. Thank you. Anyway, Sky, carry on. Awesome. Note that the whole stack moved down. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Smurfing this game, so true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have some fast forwarding now, I think, from Adrien, just to see what it gets without taking too much time. Rip. All right, ready. 45 to 50 pace. What a choke. BetaTetris is terrible at this game. All right, this is game number 3. I said game number 3 because it has a 3 on it. So I said the number 3, monkey brain. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. My number repeat. What's the number repeat again? Is it like 31, 32? What? What? When did I get cracked, huh? I just in my brain I'm still stored as a completely mid player, so I just had a number associated with that feeling rather than I mean, still not like world class, but well, it's all relative, right? Wow, the stack from beta is nice. Right, you can't just spend a long time not clearing lines because you are just adding without subtracting material. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, no shot. Yo. Excellent. Love to see it. right. Here we go. It is game number something or other. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The game number is just the sum of the two scores plus one, and yet I didn't do the math. Can it make a sandwich? It could probably figure out how to make a really, really good sandwich, theoretically, you know. Probably would need a body, you know, to interface with, just like Adrien. You know, just like with a lot of chess AIs, sometimes it can just give you the instructions and then you go and do what it says, you know, and that's like its body. So, you know, if it found a really good sandwich recipe, it could probably just walk you through how to make it. Hmm. I could do that. I don't think Adrian's got the aggressive ads going on or anything that would make refreshing during a game a disaster, but we'll see. Okay, nice. No, I mean, like classic Tetris bots PBs are pronouns are canonically she, her, right? I think Professor L did confirm, yeah, like that this is a she, her bot. Oh no. Yeah. All right, I bet Zoltan. Um, do you have ready? Yeah, we do have ready. All right. 3, 2, 1. Tiergis. Tierders. Taders. What is happening? Oh, video pause, continue watching. Thank you so much, YouTube. How do you become commentator? How does someone even land that job? If you're talking about a job, I mean, it's really just a hobby. Like it's not a job. It is, just like I've been involved in community restreaming. If you want to go and check out like CTM or CTL or TNP, all of those three-letter abbreviation tournaments, they need a lot of community restreamers. And if you prove yourself, then they sometimes invite you onto the bigger channels. Like I've been to a lot of in-person classic Tetris events, and I, I've worked with the owner of CTWC a bit. So I like, yeah, it's just kind of getting your doing the work for the community and you know helping out, and sometimes they invite you to do stuff on the big channels. 8 lions Zoltan, 5 lions Beta Tetris. So nice, again, like it's hard to Nice. Beautiful. Zoltan roaring, "Let's go!" I'm pretty sure in the face cam there. Oh. I know, in Tetris it always is so unfortunate when the long bar comes. I hate it. Isn't it like long bar is kind of bad in Nora, right? Like generally. It's just right. And probably worse on average than in Nestris if you're not set up for a bar. If this is a meaningful comparison. Zoltan's Babe Ruth, he called the home run. He said that shit ahead of time. It's amazing. Ready the I have an alpha, but spelled it like alfalfa. All right, and ready for both of them. Let's go. It's 6-6. 3, 2, 1. No row. Just a reminder, it is first to 11, I'm pretty sure, right? Because it's best of 21. Maybe. Probably. Was it? Did I add it twice? Match point. Screw it. All right. That was 0-5. Hey, look, I'm Team Carbon, okay? I'm just trying to help us out here. All I do for humanity, you know? And people act like I'm some kind of bad guy. Mm-hmm. Would agree with that. Oh. Rip. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Nice spot in that single. Oh, the adjustment for the square. GG. Oh my gosh. Yo! Oh, GG. See, this is why I always like human made like art more than AI generated art, for instance, because like watching that game, theoretically Zoltan's making slightly worse moves on average than BetaTetris, judging by the like average distribution, but we can't tear our eyes off him because he's just like we don't know what's going to come at like the unexpected. I don't know, it's like yeah, I just I love that. And it's 6-6, so I'm not going to add any. I'm not going to double add points this time. All right, let's get it going. Yeah, I don't want to be rude, but yeah, let's do it. Is game numbered 11, 12, 13, 3, 2, 1, yeah, no row. Great. So good at this. I haven't restreamed that many matches, you see. I'm pretty new at this. So, you know. The joke is that I haven't, for those keeping score. I have restreamed a lot of matches. Could you have made a spot for the T there? Was that what you were thinking? No, don't you see? It's very edgy and politically incorrect, you know? This is so transgressive. So true. Zoltan has a 35% chance of winning the entire best of 21, and it's actually 40 to 45%. Why is it more? Oh, because we're closer to because there's fewer games to be played? Because if they're tied with fewer games to be played, then it's the difference in match win is less dramatic based on the difference in skill. Makes sense. I couldn't imagine why someone named Triskai would have that favorite number. It's will always be a mystery. There's no way to know. Oh, night. There we go. Okay, the top row. We finally see it from the bot. Gosh, that T hits so different. All right, it's game number. Okay, 6 plus 7 is 13. So it's game number 14. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Keep it meaty is a wild thing to say, DJ Mr. Boro. That is a hell of a statement that you made there. I don't know if that hashtag will catch on or not. Do it. Adrien offers a correction. It was 35 before beta strategy. Oof. Mm-hmm. All right, it is game number 15 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Is it all right if I just interrupt you in the future if we have readies? Okay, I will. Really? Yeah, good thing that didn't come true. We'll agree. I think it broke the game and put it back together. I think that's what happened. Yeah. As nostalgic as we may be for the hypertapping era, that fact really did just kind of objectively suck. Ramations. Yes. Thanks for ruining Tetris, Adrien. That's what we're trying to say. Gerald Freeman, Sempro points out. There's a lot of good examples. Maybe. I don't think I heard anything. You have a probably noise suppression. And there we go. Takes the lead. Is this the first lead of the set? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Terrific construction. We have a ready from Zoltan. Do we have a ready from Adrien? Zoltan's very good. All right, here we go. It is game number 8 plus 7 is 15, so it's game number 16. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'll probably stay muted unless I need to talk because people are just going to town on the walls of my apartment complex. By the sound of it, trying to just break down the wall and come in and say hi, see what all the hubbub's about this no row thing. These construction workers. No, right, exactly, because that would be yeah. Only one of us has to mute. Well, that has its own benefits. Hello, Longboy. No, you have noise suppression. I don't because it's OBS. I can put on noise suppression, but I don't like to. Gosh. Wow, yeah. Rippies. Oh, was it still a normal speed emulator? I think it was fast forwarded. Okay. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. No row. Hooray. Love to see it. I've always liked these kinds of little exhibition matches because it feels a little bit like what a lot of like 80s sports movies would have, where there was like some kind of a match set up that meant so much more, like the Soviets versus the US or something, like some chess movies or whatever. It's a very 80s kind of trope to me in a lot of ways. And I think this is kind of has those vibes for me. Even though, of course, it's like in modern day, we also have those like exhibition matches between people. Just specifically in fiction, we have that kind of thing in sports movies in the 80s. Mm, that's my contribution. Yeah, exactly. And like we said, also, BetaTetris will gain Zoltan's soul and become sentient itself if it manages to beat Zoltan, which would be a nice little prize. It's a really good stack. Wow. It's all good. Wow. This is astonishing. Yeah, and I think the evaluation, as Matthew said, is the or the pace rather is the evaluation plus the current line count, which you may already know. What the heck? More normal game of no row over there. The bot actually dug. There was a hole, and now there isn't. Managed to downstack. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, the evaluation's going up. Yeah. Nice. Oh my gosh. It, I was starting to not like this stack. What the heck? And also had by that point played more games of comp than Beta Tetris. Wow. And of course, it gets harder and harder as the speed increases. The duck. Please? Yeah, there goes the evaluation. Wow. There it is. No. Wow. Do you think did Beta Tetris win that game, do you think? I think just a little bit. Yeah, okay. Is this could have tied maybe? No, okay. Just slightly more. And that was 63 after a like plummet in fortune. Like it was doing a lot better. Whew, yeah. All right, Adrien ready. Zoltan ready. Let's go. It's game number 18. The 8 plus 9 is 17. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Nah, it's game number 17 because we got a 0 index it. Yep. Wow. Which would be expected one, is that 1 in 500? Wow. Awesome. Yeah. It has created a nice little clan of wonderful folks. I don't know of any non wonderful skies in the community. I mean, a few less active ones who I couldn't attest to the character of as much, but you know, good folks. Uh, it's 9 all, yeah. Yeah, that's like the best way this could go. That's exactly what you would want. Even with exactly matched players, you wouldn't expect matches to be this close all the time. Like it, you know, it's yeah, it's really cool. Ready from Zoltan and a ready from Adrien. Let's go. Game number something. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Don't forget to not hydrate, says DJ Mr. Borrow. Yeah, real. Adrien, be careful not to open up a bottle of Crystal Geyser and pour it directly into your PC. I recommend not doing that. And then it turns out the stream cut out when I said not, so it sounds like I said do that, and then Adrian's like, oh, okay, I guess, and then does it. That was my plan all along, really. It was again, Team Humanity. I know, where are the bots today, you know? There is going to be one person, and they're going to offer the channel Classic Tetris followers at a discount. That'll be the team machine coming in. Doesn't have examples. Right. Hmm. The radiator stack for BetaTetris. And it at least tiles the rightmost column with a lot of Minos, which is, I think, part of why it's good. Because it's like hard to get Minos there sometimes. Yep. And we're pretty close here. Better stack for beta though. 14 to 15 in favor of beta Tetris. Rip. Humanity's back's against the wall. Remember the stakes here is that the species of the loser of this match will be harvested and converted into power, into battery power. So I don't know why, like Beta Tetris proposed that option. I don't really know why, what it was thinking there, but we just had to go with it. So that is the stakes. So we're one game away from the entirety of humanity being harvested and kind of just sort of turned into energy. The Matrix, has told us that that's a pretty good option. Because we yeah. It's, I'm sure there's a reason. Personally, I'd rather not get turned into power, but I don't know. Like, it's an AI, right? We don't know what it's thinking. It could have a good reason for that. Um, Sounds electrifying. Yeah, true. That's a pun that you made. All right, this is game number 20. Uh, Favor goes to, we are 19? No, 20. 20 because 9 plus 10 is 19. Great. This is so important that I figure this out. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So assuming that we get harvested and turned into power, what's your like last thing gonna be that you're gonna do with your life before you get put into the plant, the power plant? I didn't think I'd have to decide this soon. Yeah, I'm in the mood. Probably have one more cup of tea. Bots don't like tea, so it might be the last cup of tea ever drunk. Great, relevant conversation here happening. Thank you for the gifted sub, anonymous gifter. Anyway. It's such a cool stack. You need a power outage, true. They're God. Oh, well, GG's. All right. All right. Enjoy I'll see y'all at the power plants, y'all. I know we had a great run. Awesome. Ventrella says anything that can be stopped by unplugging isn't scary. Yeah, totally. There it is. Just in time, deconstruction starts. Why did they both play so bad? Says 10x program. That's so. I know. Why didn't they just rotate it? That's a joke that's never been made before in the context of Noro. I know. Five head. I know. These people. Zoltan. It seems like he's probably not like super smart. Actually, probably like really dumb. All right. Shall we? Raid someone. We raid Frodo Dodo. Oh, shit. But yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I was just eager to get off because the construction's starting. But yeah, we should do interviews, actually. No, have we done a marathon mode? That's an interesting question. I'm inclined to say no because the speed increasing is part of the strategy, but that would be cool to see an alternative, uh, like, to see what people can do with if the speed doesn't increase. Yeah. Okay. Who should we interview first? Zoltan or Adrien? Or just both together? Yeah, if that sounds good. Do y'all want to unmute? That's true. Can Adrian do a robot voice? Good question. Hello. Hello. You have Triskai's voice playing on stream, by the way. You might want to mute the background. It's echoing. Yeah, you gotta mute the stream so I can hear my voice too. And yours. It's alright. And hello, Adrian's unmuted as well. Yes, it's good now. Hello, Adrian. I can hear you as well. Yes? Yep. Cool. All right, how are y'all feeling? What do you think? Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's so interesting. Is that maybe is does that reflect more the less time that beta Tetris has had to train compared to regular Tetris, where more work has been put in to figure out the AI, or is it something inherent to Noro that it's harder to gain big advantages with AI versus humans? Right. There's misdrops. There's also, I think someone mentioned earlier, more time to think, right, for the human, which means that you can just get closer to what an AI would conclude because you just have arbitrary amounts of time to think, basically. Right. Right. No, like even if someone's significantly better because of how wide the distributions are, the worst player may have more of a chance to fluke a win or something like that. So it would be harder to get a like truly complete dominant position over someone based on like being better at no row. Right. Totally. I yes. Fair. Yeah, that makes sense. I had another question there. What was I thinking? Yeah, so it's obviously in the chat, everyone's talking about, like, I was considering putting an FAQ on the side of the screen or something about, like, because periodically people will ask, why are they not doing same piece sets? And of course, the answer there is because screen looking is a possibility. But is there a viable way to make online competition work with same piece sets, or would it always just rely on, like, trusting Zoltan not to look, basically? Right. That's true. Oh, true. Yeah, they right. So the same piece sequence for two players. Like if one player's getting spammed with L pieces, which normally can give you nice like doubles with a stack that's high on the right. If your stack's high on the left, then L pieces might be kind of like useless in comparison if you don't have those setups. Interesting. I know that Fractal had proposed, Fractal had a cool idea, which is similar piece sets. Like the idea is you generate a piece sequence and then you kind of chop them up based on droughts, like based on long bar timing, and then you rearrange the segments of pieces according to like the droughts that happen. So players get the same droughts, but then like, you still can't predict what's happening. Would that work in no row? My intuition is because there's fewer pieces overall being placed and because there isn't as obviously like a dominant factor of droughts in no row like there is in Nestris with the simple like no long bars is bad sort of thing. Like, is there a way to make something like that work? Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, so is your point that overall SPS just matters less in no row than it does in normal? Okay, yeah, good point. Right. That S and Z pieces would always suck in like a burst of them. Hmm. Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, that would be awesome. Real. Oh yeah, good question. Anyone have any more things? Any cues to put A's on? Yep, best of 21. Yeah, just to mitigate RNG. Right. Yeah, it was so close. I love that. Oh, best of 19 would not have. Gotcha. Yeah, I love that so often these like dramatic matches, there's just narrative, like it's it's just coincidence. Like there's nothing special about like a really important match that would give it more drama fundamentally, but I think we often add narrative to it, and yeah, this is another example of that. Like just the finals of so many CTWCs, and this kind of exhibition match. Like it's so cool to see that. Because yeah, like on average, I would expect most things based on randomness to just be kind of lame and just anticlimactic, and somehow it seems to avoid having that happen. Oh, here we go. A 29 start from BetaTetris. Let's see if you can beat the human world record in one try. Yeah, it's 30 hertz, right? So it's like it's still all right at this. Oh gosh. Rip. Yep, so true. Yeah. Yeah, it does take some unusual tastes. All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's not a lot of glory in it objectively, but it's I was just typing it in, yeah. Yeah, you can see a lot of the development of beta Tetris, including the normal Tetris stuff, including getting like rebirth and stuff. I think beta Tetris, would it be safe to say it seems to be about the best Tetris AI right now, or is StackRabbit 3 better? Yeah, has it been done recently with beta Tetris versus StackRabbit? You said what? Oh yeah, that did happen. I think I remember seeing Deck make the design for that for the Friendlies channel. Okay. Can you explain what you mean? What is table? Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, y'all are awesome. And you're awesome too, Sky. Sure. Yeah, thank y'all. Thank everyone for watching. And GG's. We're gonna send y'all over to Miner Tyler 100. Goodbye. My computer's having a blast right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, bye.